You mind if I sit down? Carrying quite a load here.
That's one thing about this movie is like the conversations feel more like real life.
Like he shoots, dude, the blood is like founting out of his head.
He's still insisting on like, I'm getting my whole pie and I'm getting my secret pie too.
That's a fountain of conversation, man. That's a geyser. I mean, whoa, Teddy, stand back, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Think Outside the Box Office, the show where we review movies that can be viewed from the comfort of your couch. And this week is no exception. We've got the 1996 Coen Brothers Oscar winner nominee, Fargo. This is my first time seeing this movie. Justin, I believe it's your first time too. Tyler, you've seen this. I'm going to say, I don't know that this was my cup of tea, but I did enjoy it.
I was worried about that.
Well, I'll be honest, I was a little misled and I screenshotted this here because I told you, Tyler, I read the plot blurb on my phone for what this movie's about. And it says, a pregnant police chief investigates a series of bizarre murders connected to a bungled kidnapping. Okay. And then it says, this crime story blends dark humor with shocking twists, Coen Brothers style. Now, when you say there is shocking twists, I'm thinking M. Night Shyamalan twists, right? Something real curveball. I don't know that happened. And I was like waiting for it the whole time. And I'm like, okay, we're kind of getting to a close. Where's the twist? And it never came.
I think the word shocking is what was doing all the damage because, I mean, there are like twists in the story, like there's twists in a road, but not like a shocking Shyamalan twist at the end of the movie.
Right. Yeah. Like there was shocks, I think. Like there was moments where I was like, oh shit, like took a turn, but nothing that I would call a twist.
No.
You know? It was more like a quarter turn, really. You know, you didn't do a full circle twist. So
right. I was excited when you said you weren't going to watch the trailer. I was like, cool, going in blind. And then you're like, yeah, the blurb said this. I was like, well, why'd you read the blurb?
See, I watched the trailer today to after I've seen the movie, and then I think I would have been more misled by the trailer if I watched that first.
Older trailers are weird.
They're weird.
Like
it was a weird trailer.
I'll try to get my wife to watch a movie, and then we put on the trailer, and I'm like, nah, that doesn't. No, we gotta watch that. Doesn't do it justice at all.
Right.
Is it of the time where the trailer starts in a world, like one of those kind of things?
Yeah, I think it actually said Once Upon a Time was the opening to this trailer.
Right.
Which is something you say for a fantasy movie, a sci-fi movie, hell, an adventure movie. And I was like, I don't know, that I would have been more pissed off had I watched the trailer than watched the movie.
Once upon a time, two dumb criminals.
It was like in Fargo. And I was like, this is not even like a cool place to say, you know? Like,
well, most of the movie doesn't even take place in Fargo. It's like one scene, really. Like the very opening scene is where it takes place in Fargo. Everything else is
the rest is in Brainerd, right?
Yeah. Brainerd and Minneapolis, the Twin Cities.
Oh, the Twin Cities.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You betcha.
Justin, this was your first time too, man. What did you think of this movie?
I liked it a lot. I watched the TV show with Tyler, so I had kind of an expectation going into this, and I wouldn't say that my expectation was broken, but like you said, with the shocking twists and turns, I wasn't super shocked. It was all kind of obvious, and it kind of had, like, the bad guys almost had like the Home Alone bad guys vibe to me. Like they were kind of Harry and Mervyn me a little bit.
I can see that. That's kind of good.
Maybe a little bit, but Gare doesn't really have a Marv kind of sensibility to him, you know? He's really more the silent, kind of brooding,
they're a little
psychopath kind of guy.
I think on Home Alone we talked like Harry and Marv are kind of the time textbook bad guys, where you got the one who's usually kind of the brains, also maybe a bit of a chatty Cathy. Then you have the one who's probably taller, maybe a little bit slower, you know.
Pinky in the brain.
Right. And these two kind of fit that, except this was more like brain, so to speak, with Steve Buscemi. And then the other dude was definitely brawn. Like he was all brawn. You know what I mean? Yeah. No brains, all brawn. And
yeah, I definitely want to get into them because I had some
for-
questions about them. But
for sure. But yeah, Justin, that's a good comparison. I think that's pretty solid, dude.
Yeah.
He's got me
thanks.
chuckling
They just the foibles. It just kept coming.
here. Before we dive into the plot, viewers, if you like what we're doing, make sure to like, subscribe, spread the word. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music. Get us out there so that we can keep doing this for your pleasure. We kind of went over the plot a little bit. In a nutshell, a Jerry Lundegaard, played by William H. Macy, who maybe to me might be my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah, he is so good in this.
He was so good at this. He owes a bunch of money, and I don't know that we ever find out to who or why, which is whatever. So he gets these two guys.
He was on the phone with somebody, and they were talking about owing $300,000.
GMAC.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that for sure.
Okay, all right. I won't jump again.
I forgot about that too. Yeah,
he's got a couple irons in the fire. He's got some schemes going on.
He's spinning too many plates, I think. And but
he
owes money.
One thing that's cool about this movie, I think, is that we like dive in straight into the action. Like there's no prologue where we find out why he owns the money and him putting together this plan. It's like there's the shot of him driving up in the snow, and then like immediately he's at the bar and he's talking to these two criminals, and he's like, I need you to kidnap my wife.
Immediate business. The
Like
story building and the character building
it.
is just right hand in hand.
Yeah, the Coens are pretty good about doing that, the show don't tell kind of thing.
It's a good scene. It introduces, like I said, William H. Macy's character. At first I was like, am I gonna like this guy? And then as the movie went on and we saw he's juggling all these things, spinning too many plates, I was like, I really like this guy. I don't like what he's doing, obviously, but I was like, his character is great. But
he's very engaging to watch, but you don't approve of the things that he's doing.
No, not at all. Yeah. He wants his wife kidnapped, and so that his father-in-law is going to pay the ransom, and he's going to split the ransom with the people who kidnapped the wife and himself. Not a great plan.
It's a bad plan. And even Carl, which is Steve Buscemi's character, you could tell he's like, you want us to kidnap your wife? He's like, that's like robbing Peter to pay Paul. You give us 80 grand and then we give you 40 grand back. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It is a terrible plan.
Oh no, see, it's my father-in-law. He's going to pay the ransom.
What did you say? He's like, he's off real good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's real well off. And,
So obviously we're already poking fun at the accents a little bit. I know, Chris, you told me that it kind of took you out a little bit.
Oh man. Yeah, the accents, I won't lie. Like I was like, man, this is a little bit distracting. And especially at parts, there's a scene, and I don't remember what character's worse, but they say, oh yeah, like 55 times. And I was like, if I hear the words, oh yeah, one more time, I'm gonna have to shut this movie off. Like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, like you betcha.
God, and I thought I had it in my notes. Mercedes sent me a text because she had the same complaint. I'm pretty sure I know what scene it was when she's on the phone with Mike Yanagita. Maybe.
Oh yeah,
she's in bed
or at the restaurant with him. One of the two.
Yeah,
because she's just responding to all the weird shit he's saying as he's breaking down or whatever.
My wife was like, "How many times are they going to say yeah?" And she like Googled it, and it was like 200 in the whole movie.
It's insane.
Wow. Yeah, Jerry has a whole phone call where he's just saying yeah the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the accents. I think it's definitely a way that this movie like stands out from other movies. I mean, we've had, how many movies with like a New York accent, a Southern accent, every movie in the world takes place in California. We get movies overseas and stuff, but how often do you get like the Northern, Midwest?
Yeah. Even like, did you guys ever see Task or Mayor of Easttown?
No, I know what you're talking about though.
So those are Philly-based shows, and man, I get thick in the accent whenever I'm watching those.
Yeah, and like while I do have the complaint of the accent, and I don't want to call it complaint, I guess the accents were a little distracting. I don't want to knock the accent, right? But it was the accent, and it's a lot of almost dry conversation humor,
Yeah. which I love.
And I know I'm jumping ahead on this one, but like when that one cop responds to the call, the guy's like shoveling his driveway.
Uh-huh.
And I think, is he saying something? He overheard a conversation or something.
Yeah.
And it is the driest,
No, dude, that's
back
so,
and forth.
to me,
Like,
that's
I was
so
like,
funny.
wow.
But that's like real life, though. That's one thing about this movie is like the conversations feel more like real life than a lot of movie conversations. And maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. To me, it really works. You know, oh, I'm getting really bored out there by the lake. And it's like,
Yeah, right.
it said I should call it in. So I called it in. End of story. And then there's like, oh, it's getting cold out. You know, like I really loved all of the conversational stuff. Like it's really right up my alley.
Damn. It brings a lot of realism, and which leads me to another question. They called it based on a true story. It's not at all,
we did.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
We skipped over. Okay.
Since you hadn't watched, forgot about it. So yeah.
Since you didn't watch the trailer or anything or look it up beforehand, I was kind of hoping it fooled you. Did you know going in that it wasn't a true story?
I did. Yeah.
Oh,
just from general lore.
Chris, did you?
No, see that because I think that's the first thing that pops up is the little card that says all that or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, like that's kind of cool, I guess. And then looking it up, I was like, wait, what? I was
fooled you.
Yeah, I was like, what? This is one of those, and it even listed. It would give other examples of movies that did this, and it was like Blair Witch,
The Fourth Kind.
What'd you say?
The Fourth Kind. That one got me.
Oh, right, yeah. That advertises them as real to the audience, you know, and maybe even when they started filming the movies, they told these guys, "Oh yeah, this is real, based off a real story," and then eventually they're like, just kidding, it's not."
Did you see The Fourth Kind in theaters? I'm trying to remember if I saw it with you. I saw it with someone in theaters, and I went home. For some reason, I still think it was maybe me and Nick went to see it. That just seems strange that me and Nick would go see a movie without you. Maybe I wasn't supposed to tell you, but
no, I saw Derek let me borrow it or something one time.
I remember getting home and being like, man, that was pretty creepy, dude. Like that, because they have like real life footage. Like there was like an actor's rendition next to like supposedly real footage. And I was like, man, if that's real, aliens are real. That's scary, you know? And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, I kind of felt more mad than anything. I kind of felt like tricked.
Right.
So is there any rules to calling a movie a true story? Is there any legal bound, or do you just say whatever you want?
That's a good question.
There is not.
Because sometimes it'll say something like this one said, I think, based on a real story. I've seen where studios word it weird, where it's like some of it's based off real and some of it's fabricated. Like it wasn't, you know, like, so I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. Like, at what point do you consider yourself like misleading or like a terrible misdirection? I don't know. It's
like Blair Witch never got in any trouble. And it says, what does it say? It says, this is based on a true story. Names have been changed to protect the innocent. And in respect for the dead, everything else is told exactly how it happened. I think it's like I might be off on a couple words, but I think that's
pretty
the
close,
gist of it. Yeah. And the TV show also starts that way. Like the TV show also holds that.
They continue that trend of telling you it's real even though it's not right out the gate. So
apparently during filming, William H. Macy found out it wasn't real, and he came to the Coens and he's like, "This isn't real," and they were like, "No." He's like, "You can't do that," and they go, "Yeah, we can."
Watch me.
Yeah,
you watch us. Yeah,
yeah. I don't know. So it's a good setup, especially that's crazy. Like so many years later, that you still didn't know that it wasn't a true story. That's cool.
I had no idea. Like I don't do much Coen Brothers stuff, and so like I don't like they're not the guys where I'm like, well, let me dive into their history and like why they made this movie and why they made that. But doing research for this movie, I read that and I was like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. That's I don't know that I feel like I got hoodwinked, but I'm like maybe like you, I'm just like more mad. Like what? Because this one didn't make me mad. It would have been a great story, but I don't know.
Well, Fourth Kind made me mad because it was like, I knew it. Aliens are real, dude.
Yeah. Why isn't this making headlines?
Yeah.
Keep believing, dog.
So yeah. So we get back into it. We're still at the first scene.
No, you shows up. I got a question here real fast.
Yeah, do it.
So William H. Macy, he works at the car place, right? His
That his
his father-in-law
father-in-law
works
owned.
with him there. Is that it?
His father-in-law owns it.
Okay, quick, because he went to him with. So like one of his spinning plates is he comes to his father-in-law and his father-in-law's like business partner, I guess, uh, about some real estate. And so I was like,
Right.
oh, okay, is maybe his dad's into real estate, right? He's got money. That's a very lucrative or can be a lucrative profession. And then it was like when um, Gunderson, the Frances McDormand came, and she's like, well, let me talk to Mr. Gustafson, your boss, or whatever. I was like, wait a minute, does he work at the dealership with him? It's like, okay,
Yeah.
so I was a
He
little
owns it.
confused there.
Right.
So then Shep, the mechanic, also works at the dealership. Like they're all three working there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
He
So I think I was
he
a little
works
confused.
he works in the garage. The father-in-law owns the business, and
He's the
William H. Macy,
executive
Jerry
sales manager.
Lundegaard. Yeah. He's
Jerry
the lead
Lundegaard.
sales manager or lead something.
Executives, yeah, lead executive sales or something like that, yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right, I had to clear that up. So what happens? He
So
goes home to his wife.
Yeah, he goes home to his wife, and his father-in-law is there, and he's staying for dinner.
Right.
And then
And he pitches him about the idea, like the proposal.
this is the
He's like,
first
hey,
time
we had time to think about this idea or whatever.
Yeah, have you looked over my proposal? And he goes, oh, yeah, you told me about it. And he's like, yeah, but you said you'd have to think about it. So what do you think,
It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, what is it again? He's
like,
like, oh yeah, something about a park or talking about the money, $750,000. And he goes, well, yeah, it's a lot. And he goes, yeah, it's a lot. He's like, no, it's a parking lot.
Yeah, no.
So he wants to, he has some kind of real estate deal where he wants to develop some parking lots. I guess you charge people to park there. That's where you make your money back. The father-in-law, he is Wade Gustafson, played by Harvey Presnell.
He mentions that he dabbled in parking lots like before, right? And he lost a lot of money. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah. I lost a lot of money on some lots back in insert whatever year.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So he basically talks. He says he's gonna like talk to the other guy. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, with whatever his like business partner or
he's gonna talk
like
to his
that,
business partner, and if the numbers are right, whatever, we'll talk to you about it.
Stan something?
Stan
something
Grossman.
Stan
Grossman?
Stan Grossman, that's right.
Stan Grossman.
Okay.
Yeah, Stan Grossman, he usually handles that. Yeah, but you pay Stan to say no. That's why you hire him. I'm talking to you.
So we get a dose of the father-in-law up top where he doesn't care for Jerry at all. Right. He's like, well, your wife and the kids are always fine. And at first I was like, yeah, this guy's a real dick.
Yeah,
and then as the movie went on, I'm like, well, maybe he knew more about Jerry than I did starting.
He obviously doesn't like Jerry. I always wondered, like, how did Jerry get into this family? Like, how did Jerry marry up? Because obviously the father has money. I thought maybe like she married Jerry to like piss her father off, or like I could never understand, like, why are these two together?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's kind of
he definitely married into the family, and then the father-in-law got him hired at the business to support his daughter and their the child and all that. And then for sure, definitely one of those situations.
It seems like maybe that's one of the reasons he's pulling all these schemes. Like, he doesn't want to be seen as lesser than to the father-in-law. He doesn't want to depend on the family money to support the family. I also got the notion that like maybe it's like, I don't know, gambling. If it was just like him spending too much, then the family would have like tangible things that you could see. Like he obviously has to be losing money somewhere, and the family seems to not know about it. He makes the comment to Carl and Gare that I couldn't go to my family. They wouldn't give me the money anyway, and my family doesn't know about it. He's like, I'm in some trouble. What kind of trouble are you in, Jerry? Well, it's personal. I can't really go into it, but I just need the money,
Yeah, it's got to be like he's got to owe someone maybe bad some money if he's not even going to go to his father-in-law. Even if you think the father-in-law don't like you, I would at least try, be like, hey, I messed up. Could you get me out of this one? And I swear to God, I'll make it up or something. I don't know that I would go the extremes he did. And another thing, when you first hear, the first scene is showing he wants his wife kidnapped or whatever for ransom. I'm kind of thinking, oh man, maybe they don't get along, right? Maybe she's a total B word, And then it was just like, no, she's pretty normal and they get along and it seems like an okay family. The son seems like he needs a little work, but whatever. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
so you just owe someone money and this was your worst idea. Okay.
Also, like, I don't know if I'm jumping on this one, but the fact that he was like, I get 40,000, you guys get 40,000, and it turns out he's actually asking for $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't.
He's he's even scheming on the bad guys.
He's scheming the schemers.
Yeah.
So he was originally asking for $1 million. Was that the case?
Yeah.
Because I think I got a little confused on.
The plan was to give Carl and Gare 40 grand, and then he keep all of the 920,000 extra.
Okay.
Or no. He would keep 960 because he would give them 40. They would think he's keeping 40, but really he got, most of $1 million. Which I don't know why Carl and Gare would agree to kidnap someone for 40 grand. 40 grand in a new car. Burnt on
That's good money. I've heard of people doing more for less.
Right. Well, yeah, in 1996, I mean, what would 40 or 80 grand be now? You know what I mean? Back then, that probably seemed like a lot more than it does now. Yeah. Plus you get a car, like Justin said, so.
Yeah, at the risk of jumping ahead.
Chevy Sierra or something like that.
GMC, I think.
Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm not a car guy.
They stopped making the Oldsmobiles in 2004. I looked that one up.
At the risk of jumping ahead, I thought it was tan. I thought it was funny that the father-in-law was like, I think we should offer him $500,000. It's like trying to bargain for his daughter's life.
I kind of wondered why he would push for so much when you only he owed 300,000. You're asking for $1 million, or like you're hoping to walk away with 900,000 or whatever. Like, I don't know, man. Wouldn't it just, you're already doing something really crazy. Wouldn't you just try to get what you owe and then,
you don't know that that's all he owes.
The hot water.
We don't know that that's all he owes.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, because that was my impression, is that was all that he owed. And I was like, dude, if you're giving up your wife for 300 bills, like, that's not enough. On that one, you got to declare bankruptcy and just start over. It's got to be an M, a couple M's before I'm throwing in a family member.
Right.
That's funny. I feel like I know like 3 people off the top of my head that are like $500,000 in debt away from like having someone kidnap their wife. Like, I feel like I know people like this in real life that if they really got in over their skis enough, they would pay someone to kidnap their wife.
This is going to be a great idea.
Got to be deep to
I know one. I got one.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. It's like these people that think that they can't lose, so they like get themselves in so much trouble that they just like keep doubling down on their own unearned like confidence, like I could pull this off.
Yeah.
He's got all these schemes and he's like just not doing a good job at pulling them off. We'll get to the other one here coming up pretty soon. Like the next scene is just Carl and Gare driving in the car. Gare wants to go to Pancake's house. Where's Pancake's house? And, he's like, we just ate pancakes, whatever. They talk about we're going to go get some food and then we're going to go get laid. I know where we can get some girls.
Get laid. Yeah.
So unless you guys got some on that one, then we go to where Jerry is selling the car to that guy and he wants to like charge him for the true coat.
Yeah, this is where we get a little bit of more of Jerry's character, him being a little huckster.
Yeah, that was wild. I was like, oh man, I guess I've never been in that situation as the customer where like I'm purchasing something big and I feel like I got screwed over and I've had to like, put my foot down on something like that. So I was like, oh man, this is crazy interaction, I don't know. What do you guys think of that scene? Because I did think it was funny. Like, it was hilarious. I just would not want to be that guy.
I thought it was perfect that they made him a car salesman because I don't know.
The greasy.
Sorry to all car salesmen
slick.
that are listening, but I really don't respect your profession. Like I hate car salesmen.
I've been swindled twice.
It's like their whole job is to like screw you, And so
it doesn't feel like a service.
I think they do this in real life where, they're in Minnesota. So they're trying to sell you that coating on the bottom of your car that keeps it from rusting. But like even in other places, they try to like put helium in your tires and say that's going to do something. And they try to add on all these add-ons. So you agree on a price and then you come in and you sit down at the table and then they're like, okay, well, we also, for every sale, we add the helium in the tires. We add this, we add that. And then it's just like they're adding thousands of dollars onto the price that you already agreed on before they had you come in. And it's almost a thing of like, well, what are you going to leave?
Yeah.
You already you got it in, because he says, we just talked about this on the phone. You said 19.5 without the true code. I'm paying 19.5 for this vehicle. And then
he's like, you lied to me. And he's like, well, yeah,
fucking liar.
Yeah, I love the delivery of that, by the way. The way that he had to say it, but it obviously seemed like it was hurting his soul a little bit.
Yeah. That might have been the first time he ever dropped that word or something, because he was really like, you fucking liar.
You're going to make me say it.
Yeah, I think you even hear his wife like say his name, like, oh, hey, it's okay, whatever, just calm down,
It's got that.
My wife would just be like, give it to him.
They got the Minnesota nice thing where like they, even when the situation doesn't call for it, they have to be polite. He's like, fucker. He does the classic trick where he like goes out and like, well, let me talk to my boss about it. Well, they do. They put that on in the factory. We can't really. And then he goes.
And I love when he goes in to talk to the boss. He doesn't really say jack shit to the boss. He's like, "Oh, watching the game, eh?"
Yeah, you got. Oh, you going to the? Yeah. Are you kidding?
And he's like, what does he tell the guy? He's like, good news. My boss said we can. What does he say?
$100 off.
We'll take $100 off.
Yeah, it's $500 for the true code. We can take. They never do this, but they said that we could take $100 off. Probably coming out of his commission, I would assume.
Did the guy end up paying the extra $400, or did he just pay the 19.5?
I think
he buckled at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd held my ground.
Well, yeah, all you got to do is walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as your butt leaves the seat, they're like, okay, whoa. Boss just said, actually,
We actually get another part later where he's trying to sell someone else the true coat, and they're like, well, I don't need that. He's like, you're right, you don't need it. But you can tell, like, later, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That is funny. Okay. So the guys, Carl and the other guy, whatever his name is it
Gare?
Starts with
It's Gaear. I kept having to look it up to spell it in my notes and stuff.
Gare.
I just say Gare. Gar. Like it's Gaear, but I just say it like it's Gare. Gare.
Sure, right.
You say Peter Stormare if you want to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're right.
Which Peter Stormare rules. I don't know if you ever watched. Like, I think he was in Prison Break.
He's in Taken.
I saw him in Game of Thrones.
John Wick, right?
Yeah, he's the I don't know. He's the big dude in Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah, he's like the Russian bad guy in a lot of stuff. Or like,
and he makes such a killer psychopath.
Yeah,
yeah, it does.
Dude,
I actually didn't recognize it was him in the beginning because he's got a blonde, like weirdo cut, the short hair.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my God, is that him? Wow. Okay.
His dead eyes while he's smoking those cigarettes, dude.
It always looks like it's about to drop out of his mouth. It's always like hanging down, like,
Yeah.
I don't smoke cigarettes. So I'm always like, how do they get it to just not fall out of their mouth? Like, I don't know.
The wrapping's made out of paper and your like lips a little bit wet, so it kind of like sticks to it, I guess.
And then like your top lip keeps it from like falling out or something. Like it kind of sits against them, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Props to smokers. I can do that, I guess.
Yeah. The closer it is to falling out, the cooler you look.
Absolutely.
But once it falls out that first time,
on the end.
Yeah. Once it falls out that first time, dude, just you're done.
Yeah.
But
so this next scene is where they get the prostitutes.
Yeah, that's a weird scene too, because it's just like a placed camera shows them both getting it on in same beds, I guess, go you, right? And then it just immediately goes to them with those same girls sitting there like post-sex watching TV, and then it just moves on to the next thing. And I was like, this is a weirdly shot movie. Like, if there's just weirdo, I don't know,
it's quirky, dude. I love the hell out of it.
There we go. That's the best word, quirky. There we go.
I love the way they show like sex in this movie. There's only like 2 scenes, and the other one's just as funny. But like the way the guys almost aren't even enjoying it. Like the girls almost seem like they're enjoying it more than they are.
Right.
Well, the fact that they hung out afterwards too, because I don't think that women of the night do that. I think they usually shit. And
I wondered that too.
They get interviewed later, so we'll probably talk about it then. But they didn't seem like actual like prostitutes to me. They just seem like maybe some local girls that were like
they just
up to make
some
extra money.
Chicks. Yeah.
Well, I know. I think they paid them, but I don't know. That's a good point. They could have just been some local chicks that got picked up.
Yeah, maybe that was kind of my impression, because the second one later with Steve Buscemi is definitely a prostitute or escort. There we go.
Escort.
I'll be classy. Escort.
I love that scene.
So after that scene, we're about to. Have we met Frances McDormand yet, or is this? No, we don't meet her till after the break-in, right? After the kidnapping.
So she actually wins an Oscar for this movie, right?
Yeah, I didn't get that, dude.
She won. She won an Oscar. What?
I didn't. I don't see it.
What, dude? She was so good.
I won't lie. I don't know. I don't get it.
I love her character so much. We'll get to her. She won an Oscar for Best Actress in a Leading Role. I would argue that maybe William H. Macy was the lead, but I think you could make an argument for either. I think they had like 30 seconds different screen time.
He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, but he didn't win. So his performance didn't go undermined either. You know what I mean? Like, people recognized it. It just didn't win. Maybe he was pregnant.
I heard that he read for the role, and then afterwards he came back and he I don't know if he stormed in the room or whatever, but he came back and he's like, I'm worried you guys are going to screw up this movie by not casting me.
Did he?
Yeah, solid pick.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking maybe he got cast in a smaller role and then was like, no, I think I could go for this bigger role here or whatever.
I think the quote was, I'm scared you guys are going to fuck up this movie by... That's not the exact quote, but I'm scared you guys are going to mess up this movie by not casting me.
As right he was. I mean, he got a nomination, Yeah,
so good.
Director got nominated. Movie got nominated.
They won for Best Writing Screenplay written directly for screen.
And then Frances McDormand won.
Yeah, they won 2 Oscars, and they got nominated for a few more.
7, I think. I think it was Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Screenplay, and
Cinematography? No, cinematography and film editing.
Okay.
Picture, actor in a supporting role, director, cinematography, and film editing.
Okay. I don't see it, but...
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. The cinematography is great. The acting by everyone in the whole movie is great. The writing is great. Man.
Yeah, if I was on the Academy board, I definitely would have been sitting there alone in my thoughts like, really? This is what we're going to do? Okay. I guess. I don't see it. But we're to the kidnapping, right? The two guys
show up
at the house?
There's a couple more things. Well, there's the car conversation, which I thought was too funny to not mention, where we talked about how Steve Buscemi's kind of like a blabbermouth and Gare is kind of like silent. So you get that scene in the car where he's like, it'd be nice if you could like give me a little bit of conversation. I could be quiet too. I don't have to talk. I don't have to do all the talking. I could shut up. So, you like it. Going. Yeah.
I'm the only one talking for the last 4 hours. All you said is 2 things or whatever.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was good.
Steve Buscemi does play a good chatty Cathy, like a good, guy that just doesn't want to shut up, wants to just keep talking. He is really good at that.
Yeah, you're out of your element, Donnie. Have you seen Big Lebowski?
No.
Fuck. All right.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about John. That's John Goodman's character, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you're out of your element, Donnie.
Yeah. That's another one that's great by the Coens that I think you wouldn't appreciate.
I'm so used to Buscemi being in strict comedies. I forget when he pulls his chops out. I'm like, he could sneeze and I'd probably be like, wow, that was a great performance.
This role was written for him.
Justin, yeah, I read that too. Justin makes a really good point. Because, like, how many Adam Sandler movies is Steve Buscemi in? And then he goes and pulls, like, he was that on that Boardwalk Empire that I think he got nominated for. He's in Pulp Fiction. He's in this. He's in, or not Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs.
He is in Pulp Fiction.
Well, he is in Pulp Fiction, but, like, he's like the waiter or whatever. But, like, he's in Reservoir Dogs. He's in, like, a lot of really acclaimed stuff. And then he goes and does these comedies and stuff. And it's a good stark contrast, Justin. I'm glad you brought that up.
He's good. He's definitely good.
Sure.
Then we get to the first time we see Jerry on the phone about the car loan scam. So he's on the phone and they're like, we really need to get those VIN numbers. And he's like, oh, no, it's already taken care of. I already got the money. The deal's done.
Already got the money.
Yeah. Money's in the bank. The deal's done. Well, that may be, sir. But, if we don't get those VIN numbers, we're going to have to recall the loan.
Oh, yeah. I'll fax it over to you. I got a fax in my hands.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the fax was the issue. We couldn't read the fax. Okay, well, I'll have someone send it over to you. Okay, sir. Okay.
This happens a few times, I think, in the movie where someone is calling about something, and he has to get this done or whatever. And he's just trying to buy time and make it, I think he gets a call later on or something about the cars or maybe.
Oh, yeah. I think he gets 3 calls about it.
Yeah.
And then there's a shot later where like this kind of shows how good the Coens are at like showing, not telling. He's filling out a form with all these VIN numbers, which is the scam is that he's like borrowing money on these cars that don't exist. So he's got a list of VIN numbers and then he's writing them on the form, but he's taking a pencil and he's scribbling on the paper so the pencil gets dull. So it's hard to read the VIN numbers. And they don't even mention. Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a pad of paper and he's just like scribbling on it so the pencil gets dull, and then you see him writing the VIN numbers down.
I saw that, and then later in the movie, I think you see him like doodling on the pad.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, maybe he's just like doodling or whatever. I in my little brain didn't put together that that's what was happening, but that does make sense.
Well, the doodling was separate, but yeah, that's what he was doing when he was scribbling.
Going back on it, I was like, oh, okay, I guess that. All right, huh? Yeah, that one's funny. What happens after this here? Where
now we're at the kidnapping. This is a great scene. This is one of my favorite scenes of the movie.
They come up and she's like sitting there right there in the living room and like
she's
watches
knitting.
one walk up to the door and like look in, and like it takes him breaking the door for her to be like, ah, and like start to do something. The guy's in a ski mask, like like it's the textbook costume of a kidnapper. Like,
yeah, it's like
what are you sitting there?
It's a real like fight or flight or freeze moment where she just like
she's watching. She's watching.
It could be like the Minnesota Nice thing again, where it's like she wouldn't even expect someone to do that. It is cold. Maybe that's why he's got the ski mask on.
Sure. Yeah, I guess I'll give him that.
No, she should have been fucking moving, dude. When someone comes up with a ski mask is looking in your window, you do something. I didn't understand why they had to break the window in when the other guy walks in straight through the door.
Well, I think they were coming to get her up from both sides.
They were sandwiching her.
Yeah. I guess the guy at the front door was just lucky it was unlocked because there's no way he would have been able to take that out before. I'm surprised they didn't do something where then the one in the front knocks, she comes there, then the guy busting through the back, but they went the opposite way, and then she runs upstairs, right?
Yeah,
runs upstairs, runs down the hall, locks herself in a bathroom with the.
She bites Gare's hand.
Yeah,
and that's where we get the I need unguent. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's like all he's concerned about after that is just like finding this ointment. He could care less about this girl.
Yeah. So, but it really kind of screws her in the end because that's the reason that he sticks around and finds her. But this scene's really good at showing like just how bad Carl and Gare are as criminals.
Yeah.
You know, they can barely wrangle this like middle-aged woman. It should be like a piece of cake for them just to grab her and go.
Even knock her out, like,
Yeah.
or something. Like, Gare
Because
is
she
such
was
a big
like
dude.
seconds away from getting 911 on the phone.
Oh,
For real.
dude. This scene is, for not being a horror movie, this one scene is a little bit scary. Like, she gets up in the bathroom. The score is really doing a lot to like increase the tension, and she's on the phone, and then they just yank the phone, and it like pulls against the door. I thought that was really
sick.
effective.
Yeah.
I thought that was smart too, because with cell phones nowadays, you kind of forget back in the day phones had landlines and stuff. And I was like, oh man, like that was really smart on kind of dumb criminals' part. So
It was smart on her part to grab the phone, and then it was smart on them to like yank it under the door.
yeah, it was smart all the way around. It's a good scene for sure. And then
you get the crowbar in the door jam, and like it's a really tense scene. And she's like trying to open the window, you know, and then
Just
they
break it
bust
out.
in. Well, yeah, but then you can't crawl. You have to crawl over the broken glass.
Well, I think she looked out, and it looked like she's looking down. So maybe there was nothing, you know, maybe you're on like a second story. Well, she's upstairs. So she's on a second story at that point. Maybe she realized, you know, going through this window, yeah, it might not be the best idea. I don't know. I mean, she almost got away hiding in the shower. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So she like opens the window and then hides in the shower. They think she's got out. If he hadn't have been like messing around in the medicine cabinet for the unguent, then, you know, she might have got away.
Yeah. What made her burst out? I was trying to remember, but I can't draw that to memory.
I think
she could. Yeah. No, go on.
She realized that he realized where she was.
Oh, okay.
So she jumps out,
takes herself out,
runs through the house completely covered with the shower curtain. I was like, what are you doing? Like, I thought she was going to throw it on the dude and run. I don't know. It was
a lot of good physical comedy, I think, in this scene.
Yeah, for sure. Especially her running around like clueless, covered in something, because that also kind of happens again once they arrive at the lake cabin or whatever with her. Mm-hmm. And she's got the shins, she's like running through the snow.
Steve Buscemi's just like crack it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what? They get her, they're driving to they're driving to the lake place, passing through Brainerd, right? On the highway, and they get stopped.
Yeah, but first we get Jerry pitching his parking lot thing to his father-in-law, and they want to give him just a finder's fee.
That's right. We're not just going to give you $750,000.
We're not just going to give. We're not a bank, Jerry. You're saying, right. What are you saying?
No, I'm going to return the principal and the interest, and then maybe +1
over prime.
What does that mean?
I think what he was saying is like, you loan me the money, and I'll give you like prime, like the going rate for interest +1% or +1 whatever. I read it as like, I'll pay you back plus a little bit more than the bank would. You know,
I kind of thought that too. I just didn't know what the language, the vernacular was, you know.
Yeah, which is like, dude, fucking just take the deal. What are you gonna like do this whole development deal on your own? This is the only place you're good. So he actually tries to call off the kidnapping. We get a cool scene where he goes and talks to Shep, and he's like, I can't get a hold of him. And he's like, oh, well, did you try calling him? That's another part where you're talking about the interview later on, where it's just like the conversation just seems real. When Shep's working on the car and he's trying to talk to him about why he can't reach Carl and Gare, and he's like, oh, well, did you try calling him? Oh, yeah, I tried calling him, but I couldn't get a hold of him. And he's like talking about how Carl was there, and he goes, well, who's the other guy? I don't vouch for him. He's like, oh, it was his buddy. Oh, I don't know him. Don't vouch for him. I don't know. Yes. I thought that performance was pretty good. I thought Shep was really good at playing like didn't give a fuck.
Don't give a shit mechanic.
So Steve Buscemi was the one he knew that he could vouch for.
On my second watch, I paid attention. No, he knows Gare.
See, that's what I thought. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, huh.
He knows Gare, doesn't vouch for Carl.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I have the same question you're about to ask.
So then, okay, I know I'd be jumping ahead here if I talk about it.
Go ahead.
When the scene where Carl is by himself, he's got the girl, they're having sex on the bed. Yeah. Shep shows up and like
whips his
shit out of him. How does he know about like, how does he know where he is and like all this stuff? I was confused about it because I was like, wait a minute, he's the one he knows. What happened to the other guy?
I think they might have been using a safe house that I think they so
did Shep talk to Gare at the lake house or something then and find out Carl is elsewhere?
So Francis McDormand goes and talks to Shep about a phone call that he received. I think that phone call was from Gare and Carl about needing somewhere to hide. I think he helped them find like a safe house, and that's where he knew how to find him there.
Okay.
I think. And I might be reaching on that. That may be a plot hole, but it's not really like the Coens to leave that kind of plot hole.
Carl was at like a hotel or something, right? Having sex with the chick?
Yeah,
because
right.
they run out into
I was thinking there was some kind of weird plot spinning in my mind where I was like, oh, maybe that's Shep's girl, and they're back at his house. I don't know. I was trying to weave it, but
that's a good point. I don't know.
But so it is Gare that he says he knows.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's what I was.
He said Grimsrud or whatever. I know Grimsrud.
Right. Grimsrud or something like that. Okay.
I don't know him. Don't vouch for him.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So then, yeah. Where were we at? So he's given the pitch, and he thinks that his father-in-law is going to go for it, so he tries to call off the kidnapping, can't get a hold of him, goes to the meeting, finds out that he's just going to get like a finder's fee, which is like devastating, dude. This guy just gets beat up the whole movie, basically. He can't catch a win.
How much would the finder's fee be? Do we know? Like, I don't know.
He said
he mentions 10%, so that'd be like 7,500.
Right.
Yeah. Well.
No. Well, they want 750,000.
Right. So is 10% 75?
Yeah.
Is it 75 or
75,000? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever the math on that, listeners, do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Either way,
not enough. I think it's 75. Not enough to pay off his
more money than you had. I'd take the finder's fee.
Well, yeah, because then you could run off and maybe find some more deals. At that point,
he's just getting steamrolled.
I read that like maybe he was going to use that 750 to pay off the 320, and then use the remainder to
That's
invest.
why he didn't want to go for it no more. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 10%. I need the principal.
Yeah. So even 75,000 wouldn't have been enough to cover not even half. It'd be a quarter of the 300,000. So
right.
Okay.
But it's like better than nothing. And then they even
absolutely.
Well, if you're not interested in being in on this, I hope you don't mind if we pursue it without you. Basically, it's like you just got cut out
of your own deal. This is my fucking deal, or whatever.
Then
says.
we get his his awesome like freak out where he's like trying to de-ice the window and he like hits it with the ice scraper.
His little freakouts are cracking me up, man.
Yeah,
but I mean it's relatable. I've been that frustrated.
Oh yeah.
Lucky he didn't have one of the the longer ice scrapers, that he could swing as a bat or something, That was like some little hand thing.
Yeah, then we get to Jerry comes home and finds his wife missing, which is good too. I like. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, he plays it, and I'm trying to figure out if he knew that she was going to be gone that day.
I don't know if they give a specific timeline or just like, hey, it's going to happen
right
soon. Like,
yeah,
maybe he knew it was going to happen.
He walks in and he's like, oh.
Yeah. I don't think he knew it was going to happen that day. He just knew it was going to happen at some point. I like him rehearsing, like, oh, it's my wife.
In front of the phone.
Yeah.
That was funny.
They even do that on Fargo season 1. So like Fargo season 1 is about a guy that like kills his wife and then like tries to cover it up kind of thing. And after he kills his wife, he's like rehearsing like what he's going to say on the phone.
Well, and it's a clever shot because I think it's like panning across the house. So like you hear him saying this and you think he's delivering it right to the dad. Mm-hmm. And then as the camera finishes its shot, it's on Jerry and you find out he's just rehearsing. And then he and it seems like as he goes on, it gets like less and less genuine. And then eventually he's just like picks up the phone and goes for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then when he gets a hold of the receptionist, he's like, yeah, hey, could you put him on the phone, please?
Yeah. Yeah, I did
Like
think
no
that was
panic.
great.
And he doesn't call the cops first. He calls Dad first.
Yeah, he was really adamant about not calling the cops because then they would have figured. I think he'd been busted pretty fast. I think
Yeah, his whole plan was full of holes.
too many holes. Agreed.
Now this is when we get to the best scene of the movie.
This is where we get to like, oh, okay, like we're doing something now. We're moving. Okay.
Yeah.
Carl and Gayer are in the car. They're on the highway, passing through Brainerd, right?
Yep.
And they
Home
get pulled
of
over.
Paul Bunyan.
Home of Paul. Yeah, you see that Paul Bunyan statue. Man, he's like a character in the movie now. You know what I mean? He should get a credit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's some like mirroring of this scene and then like the one at the end, and I'll come back to it when we get there. But go ahead.
They're on the highway. They get pulled over because there's no tags on the car, and officer pulls him over. He tells him about it, and Steve Buscemi like shows him his license registration, but has like a $50 bill kind of hanging out. And the guy's like, "What's this?" And he's like, "Oh, I was hoping we could settle it here in Brainerd, and
it's my ID."
Yeah, it's just my ID. And
I just want to be in compliance with the law, officer. I just thought we could maybe handle it here in Brainerd. I thought it was funny that he tried to bribe him because he talks like he has the tags. So I think if he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, officer, I forgot to put the tags in the window. Here's the tags.
Right.
I'll take the ticket and I'll be on my way." But it seemed like she was in the back seat, right? His wife.
Yeah, They told her, they were like, "Shut up if you know what's good for you, or shut up or we'll kill you," or whatever they say.
Well, it wasn't even that aggressive. It was like, "Hey, keep it down back there. We'll have to like shoot you or whatever."
Yeah, he was pretty chill about it.
And then they're doing this heinous shit, and they're like so nonchalant about it.
Well, I think up till now, I mean, yeah, kidnapping's bad, right? So, but like, it's once we pop off here in the next moment or two that it goes south, and then it's like, man, you guys that Gare is just totally fine wasting everyone, and
he's like, this is like an inconvenience to him.
Yeah, he's like, oh my god, whatever. But yeah, the cop refuses the bribe, right? And he tells him, step out of the car.
Yeah, I think he hears something in the back. Like, I think he kind of notices. I don't know if he notices the woman in the back yet, but yeah, he's like, step out of the car, please.
I think she makes a sound or moves or something like that. Because my wife was in the room, we were watching it. It had we have to watch everything at my house with subtitles, So it'll be like Russell or something, like that, where she like shifted or something, and that's what causes him to. But it was it picked it up on the closed captions, but I didn't hear it myself. So I was like, it must have been, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, he sees it, bends down, and that's when Gare like reaches over, takes his head into the mirror, right? And then fucking shoots a hole, like what, the top of his head?
Yeah, or something. Domes his head right in Steve Buscemi's lap.
And did you see the shot? Like he shoots, dude, the blood is like founting out of his head, like just like pouring.
Splurt. Well, I don't even know if it was pouring. It was just a couple like splurts, but it was like
it was crazy,
right in his lap. These guys are so messy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they never addressed the mess, but that was the first thing I was thinking. I was like, well, this is fucked now.
Yeah, the whole car was like, yeah.
They should have like switched seats so the one not bloody is driving, and toss that guy on the road and just go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why even?
But bother staging the body and all that.
Yeah, they're gonna throw him off the road, right? He wants him to move it off the road, and that's when the car comes.
Yeah, and then
Buscemi is just not having luck getting this cop off the road.
Right.
And it's two people, and they even drive by, and they're like looking like just staring at him as they go. I would have been like eyes forward, like I didn't see nothing. I don't know. Well, I guess you don't know what you're driving up on, but still, that's unfortunate for them.
I love Gare in this part where he jumps over into the driver's seat and flips around and floors it and chases after him. Very exciting. He gets to the car's flipped over. So the whole movie is like snowy. It's like bright white. And then this one scene is like black. And then you get the red from the taillights in the car. Yeah. There's even a part where like Buscemi's like dragging the body and he's like backlit and it looks really good.
Yeah.
So then Gare comes up on these guys. They flip their car. and the one guy gets out and starts running, and he just kind of lines him up.
I think one shots him.
Shots him right. One shots him right in the back. Then he goes up to the car and takes out the
girl passenger.
Takes out the girl that's in the car. Yeah.
Also one shots her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
One in the hand, one in the head.
Yeah.
So did they just wreck their car? Like they were just driving too fast, wreck their car?
Must have been icy or something. Yeah,
sure.
They were trying to speed away because they just witnessed basically a murder.
Yeah, because I think it kind of goes over a small thing and he loses him for a second. And I was like, oh man.
It seemed like that. Yeah, I was like, uh-oh, they're gone now.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, okay. This is one of those twists, right? And then it was like, yeah, I think you saw the car on the embankment or whatever and was like, ah, shit, okay. Because I think you're right, it was flipped upside down. So I was like, they must have wrecked. Okay, whatever. But yeah, sloppy job. And he goes and picks up Buscemi, and then where do we go
so
from
we're like basically 30 minutes into the movie, and we just get our first shot of our leading actress.
Okay.
She gets called, she's in bed. They wake her up to come check out the crime scene. And you start to get to see her relationship with her husband, because she's getting up and he's like, oh, I'll make you some eggs. She's like, oh,
you gotta eat breakfast, Margie.
Hon, I gotta get going. Margie. Gotta have a breakfast. I'll make you some eggs.
This actor, I can't remember his name. I do like this guy. He's in The Founder. He's in Crazy Stupid Love. He's in a lot of really good stuff that just like he's always this kind of side character. I really like this guy.
John Carroll Lynch.
I saw him at
John Carroll Lynch.
John Carroll Lynch. There you go. So when I saw him as the husband, I was like, oh, cool. All right. This guy, this is fun. This will be good.
Yeah. Their relationship is great. I think this may be one of the like most accurate representations of like true love. Like it's not flashy. They're not like newlyweds, but they just like they clearly care about each other. They're like in it together, in it for the long haul. He wakes up in the middle of the night just to like make her some eggs.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, my art's whatever. And she's like, no, your art's fantastic, hon.
Yeah.
I do
we'll
like
get to that a little more.
Yeah. With the first shot you see of them, it pans through their room and it's like a bunch of duck stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh, okay. Like maybe this guy's a hunter or something, you know what I mean? And then it's like, nope, he just paints. He's a painter. And I was like, okay.
He might hunt too. He's a fisherman, she gets in the night crawlers and stuff.
Right. He talks about his painting, whatever. The Hawkmans are gonna enter the painting contest again and they always win, and she's like, no, honey, you're better than them.
They're real good, hun, but you're better.
Yeah,
you're better than them.
Hun. That's right.
She's so good. I can't believe you don't like her in this movie, man.
I don't know, man. I don't get it. Whatever. I did like the husband. I did like the shot when she's eating. She gets up to leave, and the camera's kind of in the corner of you see the kitchen on the left half of the screen, and then like the exit into the driveway. The shot, she like comes around the corner, goes out the door, gets in her car, which you still see through the door window. Something happens and she comes back in, and
Prowler needs a jump.
That's right, Prowler needs a jump. I did like that shot. Even though there's really nothing crazy about it, I just thought it was really cool, dividing up the scene and the action and like going through the doorway. You can still see her in the car through the door.
You see Norm drinking the coffee.
Right. He literally hasn't moved.
Yeah.
And the whole like 2 minutes she was gone. He's just like still. I think he stole her plate and was eating the eggs. Actually, which I would do too. So
absolutely,
for sure. Surprised though, before he didn't say, be safe. Be smart. Good luck. She is 7 months pregnant and still like doing cop stuff, which even when you're not pregnant is a dangerous profession. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. No,
apparently
good luck,
part of their like off-screen like backstory is that like they were both cops and they decided that it was too dangerous or something for both of them to be cops.
Right.
So she stayed a cop because she was the better cop. Something like that.
Is she sheriff?
No.
And she was really pregnant in the movie, I believe.
She's
No, I don't think so. She definitely had a belly suit that was like full of bird seed.
Oh,
I read.
no, I have to check my sources then.
she
Sons of
did
bitches.
she did really good acting like she was pregnant, like all the motions and hands on the hips back there, and leaning back and the getting, squatting and getting up. She did pull that off really well.
Carrying quite a load here.
Yeah. Can I mind if I sit down? I'm carrying quite a load here. That's right.
So then we get to her at the crime scene, which is great.
I thought she figured it out too fast. She took 5 seconds to look at that and was like, huh, this car saw something, went to get away, wrecked. He got caught, killed running away, found the second one. And I was like, you just Scooby-Doo that whole crime scene in 5 minutes. Like, not even. It was a little too fast for me to believe.
Well, she didn't crack the case. She didn't like find the criminal.
But she knew,
just
she said her guess was 100% right on what happened with that car and stuff. How did she know they saw something and were running? They could have just hit ice and whatever. I was like, you figured this out too fast. Was she Sherlock freaking Holmes? Come on.
Well, I think that's supposed to be showing that she's like a good cop. I think that's.
Yeah, no, I get it. I also just didn't get that. I was like, why? How did she figure this? Because she hadn't even seen the cop yet. They go down the road and, oh yeah, Margie, be careful. Here's your cup of coffee, Margie. Have you had breakfast? And then they go see the cop and, she already knows what happens. And we know she knows we know that she's right. But to her, it's still just like an estimate. And I was like,
But we don't see how long she's
she
there.
walks onto the footprints. She's like, oh yeah, and the big guy was here. But where was then they start talking about the little guy. But I guess did they already get word from the prostitutes by then?
No, they haven't talked to
them. Did she just get? Okay, yeah. So I don't think there was any footprints from Steve Buscemi, but they already had his theory when they were putting it together.
Doesn't she see Steve Buscemi's footprints somewhere else? Because she's like, oh, these are smaller and
maybe
where they tossed the cop off.
Maybe dragging him to where his body was or something. She noticed.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not discrediting her, but I was like, you figure that out fast. But I guess that's why you're a cop. So,
I like when she's like squatting down. He's like, oh, you see something else, Margie? She goes, no, I just think I'm going to barf.
Yeah. She even, when they get in the car, I think they're heading post crime scene. Before she gets in, she turns and like tosses the coffee. Like, I don't know if she just didn't like it or maybe, but I thought that was hilarious because she kind of did it as, like, cold. Getting in offhand.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, she can't have too much caffeine. She's pregnant.
And then in the car ride, she proves the guy wrong about a theory he had or something, right? What happens in the car?
He talks about the plates, DLR.
DLR. He put.
It seems like he got they must have killed him when he was filling out the form because he only got half the plate number. So I got the state looking for a license plate starting DLR. No hits yet. She's like, I don't think I quite agree with your police work there, Lou.
That's right. Lou, and that's even like a cop name, like a movie. Hey, Lou,
yeah,
Lou's solid.
Yeah, solid.
And what was the reference they were making about the guy that changed his name so it would match his plate? I feel like it went nowhere.
Well, it was just a joke, man.
Oh, okay.
She goes,
was it a joke?
Lou, yeah. Lou, did you hear about the guy who couldn't afford custom plates, so he changed his name to DLC B3G? Just throwaway joke.
I thought she was being serious, but I was like, oh, okay. All right, fun fact.
I was like, what, this is going to tie in later?
Just a silly.
Yeah. Maybe this guy's going to end up being the killer. I don't know, Maybe it's one of those twists I'm waiting to happen, I don't know.
No, just the silly joke. All right.
Where do we go from there?
We go to where they're talking about the ransom at lunch, where Jerry and his father-in-law and I always forget his little assistant's name, Stan Grossman, where they're talking about paying the ransom, and I think this is where the father-in-law says, I think we should offer him $500,000.
You're right.
I think I agree with Jerry here on this one. We got to think about Gene. We got to do what's safe for Gene.
Yeah, and he's like, they're real specific, man. They only want me. They want me to deliver the money because he's like, I should go myself. It's my money and my daughter. That's right.
Yeah,
William H.
Stan.
Macy's killing it here too, dude.
Yeah.
Just kills it.
Yeah. Everyone's performance in this movie is great. I heard someone talking like nobody's lines could go to any other character. Like every character's so well defined. You know what I mean? Like nothing that William H. Macy is saying could be said by anyone else in the movie and it would make sense. Does that make sense? Like all the characters are like have their own distinct voice and mannerisms and personality.
Yeah, for sure.
Didn't the guy that plays the father-in-law, didn't he he hadn't acted in a movie in like a really long time and then came out to do this one or whatever? Like
I don't know.
Did you guys read that? No.
He was in I look back on his stuff. He was in a lot of stuff in like the 60s and the 50s, it seemed like.
Yeah, he took like a hiatus or just I guess just wasn't acting for a while or something. It's what I thought I read, and then got this script, read it, and decided to do it. And it was his first film, and
just crushed it.
Yeah, just some years. And he played that kind of a dickhead father-in-law. I don't want to say dickhead. That's kind of I'm judging here a little bit.
Yeah, actually, he was like one of the smarter characters in the movie.
Yeah, for sure. I guess his relationship with Jerry Lindegaard is.
Yeah, but his read on Jerry was spot on, though.
Right.
No offense, Jerry, but I just don't want you mucking this up.
Yeah, I just don't want you mucking this up. Okay.
Then they ask about the son, and you could tell that like William H. Macy hadn't even considered his son's reaction to like his mom getting kidnapped. That's where it's like Jerry's just not a good guy. He really is only caring about himself. He's what his next scheme is.
Yeah, the son kind of got shafted in this movie.
Yeah.
He didn't even get to try out for hockey.
Right. He was kind of like Gordy, except just didn't have an older brother die to be ignored. He was just being ignored, being the only kid. So,
right. Then we get Marge having lunch with her husband, and she gets the tip about the prostitutes. So then she goes and talks to the girls that the guys had sex with.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What did he look like? Oh, he was kind of funny looking.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How so?
Yeah. He wasn't circumcised.
Yeah.
Was he funny looking?
That line was in the trailer when I watched it. I was like, oh, wow.
Was he funny looking aside from that? Oh, yeah. How so?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just, what did she, oh, man, what'd she say?
She kept saying, just like.
funny looking.
Yeah. Just like normal funny looking or something kind of oxymoron-ish. And it was like, okay. But yeah, Frances McDormand she was funny in that scene because she's like, yeah, okay.
I saw something with Steve Buscemi where he read in the notes that his character was funny looking. So he was talking to the Coens like, maybe I could do this thing with my nose, and they were like, he was like, oh, I get it. I'm funny looking. I get it. All right.
I was thinking about it too. I was like, yeah, how could you describe Steve Buscemi? What does make him kind of funny looking? And other than he's kind of got big eyes, I guess.
Goofy teeth.
I can't put a pin on it.
Which
Goofy
I can't really
teeth.
Talk.
Even I would have pointed out he's got some kind of pencil thin goatee thing going on. I'm not really sure. Funny looking's a good way to put it though. Just your average funny looking or whatever.
This is way off topic. There's a meme going around a while back where it shows a picture of Steve Buscemi when he was young and Angelina Jolie when she was young. They look fucking identical.
That's hilarious.
And it's one of these people is considered, I guess, funny looking. And then one of them's one of the most attractive people of all time or whatever. And for a brief moment in history, they looked exactly the same.
Shows what money can do to you.
Yeah.
You can pay for all the pretty surgeries or whatever she's been through,
Yeah. I don't know. Can't comment on that.
You sent me as just kind of a funny looking dude though. And
he's just a little funny looking.
It's that, and it's his voice too. You know what I mean? His tenor and stuff like that. If he had just a normal or even a deeper voice, he probably wouldn't be the guy that he is. But it's the tone of his voice. You know what I mean? The treble of his voice and stuff. I think that helps sell his look.
Yeah. Well, it's even like Walter Goggins. You know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
He's in like
yes,
Fallout and
Walton
stuff.
Goggins. Yeah, he's in
Walton
Fallout and
Goggins.
everything.
Yeah. He's kind of got like a funny look to him too, but like I think that helps. I think if you're like super attractive or just a little funny looking, both I think can help you in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Walter.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's another good example.
Yeah. So this scene's great. I love the girls that played the prostitutes or whatever. Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Pretty good.
That's right.
Yeah, they're just so spunky and like they want to help, but they're like, I don't know.
Does Frances McDormand find out a little bit of crucial information here, or like her next little clue or something? What clue did
they were headed to the Twin Cities? Oh, does that help you? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you betcha.
Yeah, they're going to a huge city. Thanks.
Is it that night she gets the call from like the is it an ex-boyfriend or
Mike Yanagita?
Ex-friend of some kind? Some guy she knows? But is his call the reason why she ends up going there anyways? Like she was headed that way to Twin Cities and decided to stop and have lunch with them or whatever? I know I'm a little bit ahead here, but I'm trying to connect the dots.
Yeah, this is one where like Marge is framed as like the best character in the movie, like best as in like the moral hierarchy, right? She's like the shining star at the top, and then you got the criminals that are like morally questionable at the bottom,
Right.
This scene, we haven't got to it yet, but when she meets with Mike Yanagita, it's like what was your intention going to meet with this guy? I can't remember exactly when she gets the call from him. I know that Carl calls
at 2:30 at night. Yeah. They'd already fallen asleep.
Yeah, I do think that is kind of one of the reasons she wants to go investigate in the Twin Cities is because she wants to meet up with Mike Yanagita. He calls, he's seen her on TV investigating the case. Yeah.
The meeting with whatever the guy's name is.
Yamagita. Yeah.
Nothing happens in that scene. That whole scene could have been taken out of the movie. There is nothing.
I was thinking about that too.
There's nothing revealing for her. Like it doesn't move her case forward. You just find out that he is a fucking liar later on. Like he, through whatever, is not mentally there and like lied about this shit. That serves no purpose to the plot. Like, and the scene goes on forever. And I think this was a scene actually where he's just like talking and she's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I was like, oh my fucking God. If I hear this one more time, like I'm going to text Tyler and be like, you dick.
Yeah. That's where my wife checked out of the movie.
Yeah. Well, tell her I'm with her on that one a little bit. But the scene served no purpose. Am I wrong here?
It's funny. The scene is funny.
Sure.
You're just such a special lady. Dude, so good.
Yeah. A super lady.
Super lady. That's what it is. Super lady. He tries to like sit next to her and she like brushes him off and he gets all butthurt about it. It's a funny scene. I heard that. I think that scene arose because she wanted to show something that's not just her being a wife or like a cop. She wanted like a little more depth to her character, and she was kind of confused as why they wrote that as the alternative. It also serves a purpose of like he tells this like tragic story of his wife dying, and then later she finds out that he's lying, and then in her mind she's like, well, if he's lying, it kind of triggers her to like think maybe I should go back and talk to Jerry. Like maybe someone else I talked to was lying. I think you're probably right. The movie didn't need the scene, but I think it was funny and I like watching it.
The whole time I was waiting for like a reveal. Like even the two dumb girls at the bar at least gave her a little bit of info. So to me, I'm like, okay, this next bit's going to get her a little bit of info, right? You're a police, clues are going to add up. And I was like, what the hell was that point in that scene? And then I was like, okay, well, maybe this guy's the chick he said he was married to and died, something Cookery or whatever her last name was or whatever. I was like, this is going to come full circle, and it did not.
That's the twist.
That was the twist.
That was the twist.
Man, whew. Well,
we got
me good, huh?
ding-donged.
Yeah. I got bamboozled. Color me silly.
Yeah. We get in between the prostitute interview and that, we get like Carl calls Jerry about, things have changed. The
blood has been shed.
blood has been shed. Ask those 3 people in Brainerd, you know.
They're at the lake house at this point, right? They're at the lake house. Carl is at a payphone or something like that, right? Or somewhere. Okay.
Yeah. And then we get we get Carl going to the parking lot and getting the plate off of that one car, and then, you know, I decided not to park here.
Yeah, that's right. Pay your $4 fucking
you feel like
asshole,
a big
whatever.
fucking man, you fucking asshole. Yeah.
I love that scene. That cracked me up.
Is that the same guy that gets killed later, or just a different
No, different parking attendant.
Okay.
Then we get Marge going to talk to Shep about, you know, him maybe going back to jail because he's been associating with criminals.
And then she talks
to Jerry and questions him about if there's been any cars missing, and he kind of like, Brainerd, huh? You know.
The scenes with them two are good too. The interview scenes and both interview scenes in his office are both really, really good. And again, not so much her. She's just questioning, doing her cop job. William H. Macy, to me, just fucking kills it. Like, every time he's on screen here, man. Like, you can feel that he is under immense stress, juggling these plates, hoping something sticks so that he can do something about the others. But they all just keep spinning.
Right.
You know, and it's not like he can finalize one. And it is good acting on his part. I'll give him that, man. He was right for that role.
Yeah, when he freaks out in the interview and we've been cooperating.
Yeah, I've been helping you out here, see, and you know, if you're gonna, that's pretty good. After she talks to Shep and Jerry, that's when she's in the Twin Cities. That's when she goes to see Mike Yanagita, which we just talked about.
Right.
Then Carl gets the other prostitute. So he takes her out to some show, and he's whining and dining this escort.
Yeah, they're talking the whole time about this. He's like, "You ever been here with many clientele?" And she's like, "No, never this fancy." Oh.
He's like, "You like this kind of work?" She's like, "What are you talking about?"
He's like, "How long have you been doing this?" And just like, a couple months or something like that, or something, a couple weeks, not very long.
Yeah.
He takes her back to the hotel, or I think it's a hotel.
Or an apartment or something.
Yeah.
Some kind of safe
They're getting it on, and then Shep shows up.
Well, hold on. You're skipping one of the best lines of the movie where she's like having sex, and she's like, "I'm hearing bells." Where are you?
That was funny.
The sex of this movie is so funny.
It definitely looked like he was not enjoying it. Like,
she was.
It was bells. Like, fuck, I paid for it. I guess I'm gonna have to do this, because she's just like, yep. All right.
Well, I think he was enjoying it because Shep comes in, rips her off of him, and he's like, "What the hell, Shep? I'm having sex with this girl."
Dude, Shep pelts the shit out of him with that belt, dude. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
He starts beating his ass, and then she runs out of the hallway, and then he grabs the guy in the hallway, and he's like shoving him into the wall.
Just
and then as she's running away, he kicks her
in the ass.
Then he goes back in and whips his belt off and starts. Dude, it's so good.
That hurt.
That's one of my favorite 3 scenes of the whole movie. Oh man,
looked like it hurt. And then this is because of this, Carl. Does this when he tries to up the ransom, or he says he wants the full 80 or something like that? What happens? He comes from this, right?
Yeah, because this is about 30 minutes out, because he says something like 30 minutes, Jerry, let's wrap this up. And if you look at the timestamp of the movie, it's exactly 30 minutes before the movie gets over. Just a little tidbit there.
Like, we're gonna make this drop at this rooftop.
Yeah,
whatever.
So he calls Jerry, asks for the money, and then the father-in-law basically picks up the phone while they're talking. Here's what the plan is, grabs the money. I don't know if they had agreed the father-in-law was going to do it, or if he just fucking seized on the opportunity, ran out the door, drives to the parking garage.
I think he already put his foot down and was like, "No, I'm going to make the drop."
Right.
And because he told me, he's like, well, we're not going to take the chance of you mucking this up. And William H. Macy's like, ah, shit.
And he's trying to tell Carl that he's coming, but Carl doesn't. He doesn't have time. He wants his money.
He's like,
yeah.
So what was the point? So I think at this point we already had the cop taking the call from the dude shoveling his driveway, and they have that dry ass conversation.
Unless my notes are wrong, no, that happens after the ransom drop off.
Does it?
That's what I have. That's what I have in my little timeline here.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if you're right, like I said, you remember more than I do, or whatever. So okay.
Yeah. So he shows up for the ransom, and then he's like, "Who the fuck are you?" It's supposed to be Jerry. I gave very specific fucking instructions.
At one point, I kind of thought this was going to culminate to somehow it getting revealed to either the father-in-law or or maybe C.B. Buscemi was end up going to spill the beans to the father-in-law, like, Jerry paid us to whatever, and then the father-in-law be like, oh, wait, what? Oh my God. Like, it, in the plan get unraveled. That never happens. There's a few times where I was like, it's so close. I feel like you could just say one line and that never happens, which I think in hindsight, I'm kind of glad because that would have took the movie in another direction. But it was just one of those, I was like, this could easily unravel very fast. And I think that's what Jerry was afraid of with
that's why he was like, I can only handle. He just wanted to talk to me. Maybe he's just messing around, but like they
were very clear. These guys are dangerous.
Yeah.
That's right.
He simultaneously tells everyone these guys are dangerous, but also like, oh, they just want the money. Everything's going to be fine.
Right. Yeah.
Like, yeah. All right. Pick your opinion, bud.
And then Buscemi kills.
Yeah, because he won't put down the money. Yeah, he pulls out a gun, shoots him in the chest. Like I like Tarantino movies where you got like the over stylized like blood splurting everywhere, but I kind of like this too, where it's like a little more subtle. Like all you get is like what I'm assuming is like a little blast pack in the coat, but you just get a, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no blood or anything on that one.
Right.
But
he falls down.
Buscemi's wound. Oh, dude.
That
was fucking gnarly. That would hurt.
That would hurt.
It's like, I got shot in the face.
I love after he gets shot in the face, he just talks like this for the rest of the movie. Are we square?
He's like, you should see the other guy.
Well, he had already. Am I jumping ahead here? He had already hidden the money, and he was still insistent on, the same thing as Jerry in the business meeting. He's still insistent on like, I'm getting my whole pie and I'm getting my secret pie too.
Yeah. Because he does what Jerry does. He buried, I guess what would have been the 920,000.
Yeah.
Because he takes 80, which I was like, why is he tossing that in the trunk? But then he goes to the lake house, you should see the other guy. Gives him 40. He's 40. Takes his 40, and then he's like, the chick she's dead. Like he killed her.
I didn't even notice until my like second watch through, but there's like blood on the stove.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't see blood. I just thought he backhanded her and she fell over or something.
Yeah, I rewinded through like twice because I was like, where's the part where she ends up dead? And they just show her she's dead.
Yeah, killed her. They make a line about it or something. Yeah, because he's like, what happened there? And he's like, she was being too loud or
shrieking.
That's right.
Something like that.
That's right.
Yeah, he kills her. Yeah, so it's funny. Buscemi didn't even show up to the drop off with her to exchange.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, what was the plan there?
Yeah,
I guess he was just going to waste Jerry.
I wondered that too. If he just planned on maybe taking the money and then killing Jerry as well.
I wonder what it is with the Coens and like kidnapping. Because I know you haven't seen Big Lebowski, but there's a kidnapping plot in Big Lebowski. Have you seen Raising Arizona?
No.
Justin?
I have not.
The whole plot of Raising Arizona is they want kids, but they can't have kids, so they just kidnap someone else's kid.
Oh my God.
So it's like this is. Was this before? I think this is before Big Lebowski, but it's just like a common thing with them of like kidnapping, and like
this was like
harebrained kidnapping schemes. Yeah. because I don't want to spoil Big Lebowski for you, but like even that one's like a goofy scheme, and there's part where they're supposed to drop off the money, and John Goodman's like, "We'll give him the fake money," and then like it's a common theme with them too, with like stupid criminals.
Very true. Isn't
Even
No
Burn
Brother
After Reading.
Where Art Thou about criminals that escape or something like that, or what in there?
Yeah, it's also like basically the Odyssey as well.
I've heard that as well. Yeah, I've seen it once.
John Goodman's supposed to be like the Cyclops or something. I don't know. I didn't love Oh Brother. I think I got to give it another chance because people really like it. Okay. I'd be willing to check it out again.
I'm going to give it another rip as the new Odyssey movie comes out. I'm jacked for the Odyssey movie that's coming.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Maybe we should review Oh Brother.
I love that story in school whenever we first read it.
Same.
Maybe when the Odyssey comes out, we should review Oh Brother.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where are we at here? After Carl kills, or at the cabin. He gives him the 40,000. He takes the 40,000. They have an argument and a disagreement about the car because he's like, "I'm taking that fucking car. I got shot in the face. This and that." Dude, he walks outside, and I think this is where, well, maybe not this act exactly, but coming up, up on this, kills Steve Gare, kills Buscemi with an axe.
Yeah,
just like comes out the door and just takes him out.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. Because he's just like been nagging him the whole movie.
He just wants everybody to shut up.
Yeah, Gare just really just wants some peace and quiet. When he busts in, he's like watching a soap opera, and there's a line in the soap opera about someone being pregnant, and he goes, like you could tell it's like the most invested he's been in anything in the whole movie is this soap opera. So yeah, then Carl comes back and he's like, here's my keys to the truck. I'm taking the car. And he's like, no, we split the car. It's like, how do you split a car with a chainsaw? One of us pays the other one for half. He's like, I got fucking shot. Are we square?
I kind of wondered why Buscemi just didn't be like, okay, fine, keep the car. It's probably hot anyways. Just take your truck, go get that money you buried, and get the fuck out of there.
Why bury the money? Why come back at all? You have $1 million. Run. I actually meant to bring this up earlier. Where do Gare and Carl even know each other from? They don't even, they're not friends. They don't really like each other.
Yeah, they're just like
Shep doesn't vouch for Carl,
Is there like a hotline where it's like
I thought maybe like they met in jail or something. But it's like, do you guys even like each other at all?
Yeah, I wondered this too. So I was like, Gare does not look like you, or does not look like he gives a shit about you at all. Like he's non-responsive. There's no backstory between them or anything like that. And then once shit hits the fan, they both react differently. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder this as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, I wouldn't have even brought the money back. I just would have left.
That's a good point. Well, like I said, maybe ditch the car. The car's probably hot at that point.
Yeah, fuck especially that car,
you killed
the car's covered in like state trooper blood.
You killed the parking lot attendant too, and then drove through the barrier. I think I don't know back then if they had any cameras or anything, but either way, your car's got to be.
It's hot. It's hot as hell.
It's banged up. It's covered in blood.
Exactly. Get the fuck out of there.
I'd never drive another Sienna the rest of my life.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And I'd be going to the southern United States. Just I'd go as far away from North Dakota as you could get.
Yeah, I didn't really remember this movie much when I started watching it for the podcast. So when I see Gare run out the door, I'm like, oh, he's going to shoot him. And then he swings that axe. I was like, oh, that was better than just shooting him.
Yeah. Agreed. That's cool.
Yeah. Before we got to that, we actually skipped over. So we skipped over the guy giving his statement, which we talked about that earlier. Don't really need to go back over that. Basically, he just says that he was tending bar. Carl comes in and mouths off about killing some guys. Funny scene. Chris doesn't get it, but
was he talking about? Was he talking about Gare killing those guys? Because Carl hadn't killed anyone at that point, right?
No, Carl's a blabbermouth. Because when Marge even gets a call where he's like, she's talking about driving around the lake, and they go, "Oh, such and such is Blabbermouth." That's what that line was talking about. The guy was calling Carl a blabbermouth, talking about killing people, being going crazy out there by the lake, you know.
So that's why when she gets she tells someone when she's driving around the lake that she's driving around the lake or whatever, and that's when she sees
my
she's
car!
talking to a cop.
Yeah,
Lou, maybe the cop guy?
I think it's Lou. I think she's talking to Lou
because she's like, "Oh, my car," and he's like, "We'll send a couple of cars as backup or whatever."
And Marge,
and then she just goes in brazen, 7 months pregnant.
Marge, and then we missed the part where Marge goes back and talks to Jerry again, and he's fleeing the interview.
I was thinking that was after this scene here.
Well,
but
that's why
you're right.
Yeah, she goes. She goes and talks to Jerry, and she's like, "Well, are you sure you're not missing any cars? Because like, how could you know?" And she's like, totally like in good spirits and being like friendly. And he's like, "I'm answering all your questions, lady. You know what? Okay, I'll go do a lot count right now."
And then he bails.
Yeah, that he's fleeing the interview. He's fleeing the interview. That line's so funny.
See, I also thought while she's waiting before she sees him drive off, she kind of looks at the papers that are on his desk. Because I think that's when he's doing another copying of the VIN thing, and maybe he was doodling or something.
I think that's when he was doing his dull pencil bit.
Right. I was thinking she's going to see whatever he's doing is going to relate to her case or like, connect some dots or something. But nope, she just like sees it, puts it back. Just I think she's just like looking around, and then she sees him drive off. So there was a few moments I just thought a clue was going to pop up or something, it was going to get real Sherlock Holmes, and it just never did. But that didn't hinder it. I thought it was funny that he left. And then she's like, he's fleeing the interview.
Yeah, that was good.
And then, so is that when she starts driving back and then drives around the lake because the dude has already got the tip?
Yeah, she talks to Jerry. Carl brings Gare money. Gare kills Carl. Marge finds them. That's where Marge finds them. So she's driving and she's like, "Oh, I'm just looking around the lake. Oh, there's my car. I found my car, the Sienna, tan Sienna." And he's like, "Well, be careful, Marge. I'll send some backup."
She's brave to like go out 7 months pregnant. You've only got a gun. And I know you don't know how big this guy is or like whatever, but like the fact that you're soldiering in there alone at like that, props, man.
Yeah. Even that he's got a gun, multiple people.
Multiple murders. Like 5 murders.
Puts herself right in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 4 murders that she knows about. Yeah, she's brave. I think the total kill count is 7.
Yeah, I don't know if she knows about the rooftop, the stepdad or the father-in-law on the rooftop yet or not, but
or the parking attendant on the roof.
True. Yeah, she approaches because she hears the is it a wood chipper?
Yeah,
wood chipper.
She hears the wood chipper going, and I think this is where I was like, oh wow, okay. Like not only did you kill Buscemi, you wood chipped him. Did he wood chip the wife?
Or no, she was still, because in the car ride later, she's like, "So that was Miss Lundegaard on the floor there, right?"
Because she saw the picture,
and that was your partner in the wood chipper.
She only recognized her because I think she saw her picture in the office when Lundegaard was fleeing. She was like looking around. I think she saw.
I think she put together that the kidnapping was related to the
Okay. Huh. All right.
She catches Gare in the act, and he looks up. And like you could tell, he's just like, "Fuck, I'm busted."
Yep.
He like tosses the log at her. So this is where we kind of get like a mirroring of like the earlier scene, right? Yeah. So when Gare kills the people on the side of the road, they're running away, and he does the little like line up the Tom Sawyer in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, where he's like, boom, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And you get the same exact shot, but she is like firing at Gare instead of Gare firing at the witness or whatever. And I thought it was a good like contrast of like Gare's scene was all blacks and reds, and like when he goes for the shot, he takes the kill shot. And her, it's all white and snowy, and she's the kind of angelic like hero figure of the movie. And instead of like just like killing him, she takes him out at the lake, I thought that was really good.
I think she missed her first shot, then shot him in the leg or whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it was silly. He ran out into the open field instead of trying to run towards the house or like
or
through
some trees.
Yeah, I was like, you literally ran into an open field, dude. Like,
Yeah,
it's like, come
straight
on,
on
man.
the lake.
Good cinematography.
Yeah, it's all right.
No,
But yeah,
dude,
then
it's so good.
so then
That's crazy.
somehow, even with a gun wound in his leg, I was surprised he didn't overtake her. Like, she has him in the back of her car, and it's like just a normal arrest and like whatever. Like, this guy's a big guy. I'm surprised he didn't try to manhandle his way out of there or something. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, he just got
true.
shot once in the leg, and he's like, "All right, you got me." You
Yeah,
got me.
yeah, I'm busted. Ah, shit. I did think it was funny. He had a log and was pushing Buscemi's body
But
in
into
with
the
the
wood chip
log. Yeah, and like his foot's just sticking
safety
right up out
first.
of it. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
funny. That was maybe the one part where I was like, oh wow, like okay, because like, dude, that snow was just covered, man. He was like, great. That was so much blood.
Wood chipper's such a funny way to dispose of a body. It's like the least subtle way to dispose of a body in history.
It's loud. It's messy.
But even if you like leave DNA on the body, it's sprayed everywhere. How are they going to find your DNA in like a pool of like?
True. That fingerprint the wood chipper or something and hope, they catch you or something. I don't know. Did they have fingerprints and stuff back then? Do we know? Not that
I actually meant to look it up. I think
imagine they had
fingerprints.
fingerprints. I don't think they had DNA yet.
Okay. And DNA was just a total game changer for policing crime scenes. They're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. There's probably a lot of dudes that were like, what?
Yeah. Police can do what now? With your hair? Oh shit. Okay. They can check my fingerprints? Oh man. Okay. How does yeah, okay, so after this, they find Jerry, right? They find him at a hotel?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So then she drives him back, and we get that good scene of her talking to him in the car. You did all this for what? Just a little bit of money?
Life's worth more than money. Pep talk, whatever she gives him.
It's a beautiful day. I liked her resilience, like in the face of all this. Like she just saw this guy feeding a guy into a wood chipper. She's seen all this like murder and gruesome stuff, and she's still like trying to stay positive and have a good outlook on life. I just don't understand.
Yeah, she's still trying to coach him.
She's still pretty chill. Like this is like a normal Tuesday to her. Like, well,
I think 1980.
You gotta pay.
Oh, sorry, 1986 is when they started using DNA evidence.
Oh wow!
Leads to its first forensic use in 1986 UK double murder case.
Man, imagine being that guy. Like, what? Everyone else gets away with this shit, and they catch me because this new thing called DNA. Yeah. Oh, DNA, that's what it is. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know what that means, but yeah, okay.
How do we even know it's legit?
Yeah. So, and going back to like the symmetry of like, her shooting him and him shooting you also get like the Paul Bunyan statue again, like where in that scene in the beginning where it's all dark and you get like the undershot from the Paul Bunyan statue and it's looking all menacing and stuff. And then in the end, she's driving him back and he looks out the window and he sees that same statue, kind of coming full circle to where everything started. It's pretty cool. You even get the scene with like the cop cars coming in the blistering snow, which kind of mirrors the very first shot of the movie with Jerry coming with the trailer with the car.
Yeah, the distant shot, like him coming to the foreground.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
After they find Jerry, is that pretty much it? Like,
yeah.
So think about there's $920,000 buried there with the snow pick.
Yes.
Marking its spot somewhere out there.
It gets found.
Does it?
In the TV show.
Oh, okay.
It does.
I was like, did I miss something?
One of the characters in the TV show is like, he's down on his luck and he's like kind of like praying for a miracle on the side of the road. And he sees this like red, I think I'm getting this right. He sees this like red ice chipper sticking out of the snow. And then he goes and he starts digging right there and he finds the money. And then like later he has like the ice scraper like framed up in his like
nice
house. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was my. I was like, all that money is just sitting there. Oh my God. And everyone who knows about it's dead. So that sucks.
Right. Yep. It does get utilized. There's one. There's. Oh, go
but
ahead.
it's cursed.
No, go on, man. Go on.
I was just gonna say there's one last scene which I thought was kind of a weird place to end it, but also kind of nice at the same time, where she's in bed with
I forgot about this. Yeah,
with her husband, and you get the final conclusion on the painting competition, where he won the 3-cent stamp.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Hun, that's really nice." He's like, "Just a 3-cent, you know."
The Hopman's got the 29-cent or something.
The 29-cent.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, hun, people need the 3-cent when they raise the price of postage. People need that 3-cent stamp." So good.
As a dude who works at the post office and has had to sell stamps, I'm like, she might be right on that, man. Like,
yeah,
you might in the long run, you might win on that one. So
real good, hun. Yeah, it really shows like her character of like we were just saying, she goes through all this stuff, this whole journey of like this case and this gruesome murders, and then she still comes home and has the peace of mind to be like, "No, hun, you did a really good job. I'm really proud of you." It's not like, "Oh yeah, you think your fucking stamps are important, dude? I'm out here like I'm out here
you
wrestling."
Know what I went through today.
Yeah,
so I saw a guy get wood chipped. So screw your duck stamps.
You betcha.
Even though that. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I was like, dude, you got something that gets to be on a stamp. Like, that's pretty cool to me. Like, that's badass. I also did think it was weird. We talked about their relationship. He at no point questions like, "Oh, hey, how was your day?" Oh, well, I think when he brings her lunch, he might ask her something about the case. But like, she doesn't go home. She doesn't bring her work home, and he doesn't inquire about it. And they're still just like, just gets into bed. They're watching their late night stuff, having their talk, and like, I don't know, pretty wild. Good couple.
There's another like contrast of like, it shows him sitting in bed waiting for his wife to come home right after Jerry gets arrested in the hotel bed. He made this whole harebrained scheme to get all this money, and now his wife's dead. He's alone. He's getting arrested in the apartment or in the hotel, and then cut to Marge and her husband just like getting cozy into bed. They're good people, good things happen, happy ending.
Sticking it out, man.
Yeah.
As all of us are dads, the thing at the end of the movie, I was like, what's going to happen to the kid?
Yeah,
his dad's going to jail. Mom is dead. The kid doesn't know his mom is dead yet. He doesn't know his grandpa's dead. I don't know if there's a grandma or not, or like whatever. But I was like, ooh, man. Like as a father, I was like, what's going to happen to this kid? This sucks.
I'm sure, he never has to worry. I'm sure he's got money.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But I mean, obviously a little bit of money isn't everything, but yeah, he is kind of the big loser of the whole movie. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Fully dogged.
Before we close it out here, one thing I wanted to talk about was Marge being such like a strong female character. I feel like movies are like beating us over the head trying to get us to like strong female characters now. And like the Coens just did it so effortlessly. It's like you didn't have to like rah female power. You just like have a female character that's doing things. I don't know. Does that make sense? Like they weren't shoving it in our face, but it's like a perfect example of a strong female.
Yeah, she just is her character. She's not going out of the way to be like, and I'm the only female cop in all of Brainerd.
Right. First female to solve a homicide. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, you get what I'm saying. It's like
she's just a strong character regardless of gender.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah. I agree with you guys. While I was, like I said, I don't agree with her maybe being Oscar nominated for this. She was pretty solid. Like she didn't bitch about work. She wasn't like overly like strong or like even big or like didn't have any attributes that could like give her an advantage. You know what I mean? If anything, she's at a disadvantage being 7 months pregnant. It isn't like you're 8 weeks and you're not showing and you got mobility and stuff. You're 7 months pregnant. You're showing that whole movie. Like her cop uniform, her shirt and stuff is like untucked to the whole movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, she disproves 2 or 3 cops wrong about theories on the case or whatever. You know what I mean? She's pretty smart. Yeah. Like this was them not even trying, and they made a great, like strong, quote unquote, female character here.
Yeah, so I don't think it's that people don't want to see a strong female character. They just don't want to be bludgeoned over the head with like how strong and female she is.
It seems like if you're not like literally a superhero, like a Wonder Woman movie, you know, or one of these chicks in the superheroes, and you try to play the really strong, it's hard to like strike the right balance of that in Hollywood today. You know, 1996, we didn't have hardly any female superheroes on the big screen. You know, there wasn't all that comparison. Yeah, no, I think they nailed it. I mean, she is in a position of authority and power, but like that's just her job. You know, she's not displaying that elsewhere. So
We've seen tons of female superheroes. Moms are superheroes.
true.
That's right.
Real life superheroes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's true. Dads are sidekicks. Right, fellas?
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
That's for you ladies out there. So, you know. Final thoughts on this movie. Justin, what about you, man? First viewing here.
I thought it was a great movie all around. Super entertaining. You know, Coen Brothers classic, and I really enjoyed it.
We're going to do rankings, Tyler? Are we doing ratings?
Yeah, let's do ratings. Yep.
All right, we're out of 5. Justin, where are you putting it?
I'm gonna give it a 4. Yeah, there was
Okay.
some stuff that I wanted to pay off. Like you said, a couple of twists and turns that maybe could have twisted and turned a little harder. But overall, just fantastic movie. Flawless execution.
Tyler.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be the highest here. I'm giving it 5 stars, man. I love this movie. I think it's pretty close to perfect. I hate the 2 weeks in a row I'm giving out of 5. I think it's worth it, man. I think the performances are great. I think the cinematography's great. I think the story's great. The comedy really lands with me. 5 stars.
Yeah.
You know, when I logged this on my letterbox after I watched it, I saw that you had already logged it as 5 stars, and I was like, "Ooh, okay." I was like, "We're gonna be
disagree.
discussing this." I'm gonna sit a little bit below both of you. I give it a 3.5. I did like it. I did enjoy it. The accents kind of got to me a little bit. I was really banking on some twists and some shocks with this with this blurb here. I will say this is on the Roku app on my phone. Said this was the blurb, but when I went to HBO Max, which is what I watched it on, the description of that was different, and it didn't say anything about shocks or twists. So I was like, okay. It's like now we're double misleading across multiple apps here. So you know. But
well, the people that write the
fine.
blurbs didn't write the movie.
True, you're right. Some nerd that probably never watched it just wrote that. There's twists and shocks, guys. This was Oscar nominated, like we said, for Best Picture, Best Director. Frances McDormand and William H. Macy were both nominated. I'm gonna say I don't know that I agree with any of that.
You're crazy.
But then again, I'm not the biggest Coen Brothers guy. Like I said, I've seen maybe 4 movies of theirs out of, I don't know how many they have, 12, 15, something like that.
Have you seen No Country?
No.
No Country's
the other
awesome.
Ones,
Big
I've
Lebowski's
seen Oh Brother.
awesome.
I've seen Burn After Reading. I've seen, what's the one with Tom Hanks? Lady Killers?
Yeah.
I've seen that one, and I've seen this and maybe one other, and I couldn't tell you what it was.
You've seen some of their like lesser well, like, what am I trying to say? You've seen some of the ones that people like less, I think.
Sure.
I love Burn After Reading, but I don't think people rate it as high as I do. I like Raising Arizona a lot. I like Big Lebowski. No Country for Old Men is amazing.
Cool.
I'd say if you're going to watch anything next, that would be one of the better ones to watch. I don't know that you would like Big Lebowski. I don't know if the comedy would be up your alley, but
Worth
I
a
think
shot.
it's a classic. Justin, have you seen a bunch of Coen stuff?
Yeah, No Country, Big Lebowski, all that stuff.
All the big ones. The
Pretty
ones
big
that
into
matter, it
Coens.
seems like.
They're pretty
Hail
cool
Caesar.
guys.
Hail Caesar, I don't remember being that big of a fan of. Lady Killers was just all right. Oh Brother, I need to rewatch. I'd actually like to go through all of them because I am a fan. I just haven't had the time to fully explore the whole catalog.
That's fair.
Well, listeners, you heard from us. We have a 3.5, we got a 4, and we got a 5. It's the top half of the scale, so this is probably worth a viewing. It was nominated for Best Picture, so like I said, obviously, I guess makes it worth a viewing. We seem to all enjoy it, at least some more than others, which is fine. This was on HBO Max. How did you guys watch this?
HBO Max.
Max?
I bought it.
Tyler bought it.
Yeah, I
so
don't
this
have
can be
HBO.
viewed from the comfort of your couch if you have HBO Max. It is rentable from a few other places. Yeah, so this was good. Go check this out if you got time. You know, don't be afraid to think outside the box office with everything that's in theaters right now. This can be viewed from your home. And we will catch you next time.